We're not allowed to do it together. Whenever.
Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to 6 o'clock time slot. 6 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah. It's Annie. How you feeling?
Feeling good, very good.
You've already played a money match this weekend. How'd you go?
I played Joey yesterday night and she got me 9-7.
9-7. That's pretty good. Joey's dominating at the moment. She's playing really well, getting a lot of practice.
I watched her play against Gemma and she was on fire today, so yeah, it'll be interesting what happens tomorrow.
I don't think I really saw her miss any balls. Or definitely no hard balls and definitely no tens. We had a comment on the chat. Some guy said, I've never actually seen a female break. And
Well, there you go. Joey's the first one to do it.
yeah, well, he obviously doesn't come to Sydney that often.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And Miss Q, just come a bit closer so the viewers can see you. And you come all the way from Western Australia just to play Annie.
I have, all the way from WA for Annie.
And how are you feeling about tonight's match? You don't actually have one of these tables at your club, do you, or do you?
Not one of these, but yeah, I sort of got one, but it's not what I play.
But you've had experience with the larger balls.
Yep.
So you're feeling pretty confident being a snooker player and you won't miss anything?
I'll miss Q twice in practice, so I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come, but we're going to have fun no matter what.
And that's the most important part. And I wish you both luck. It's a race to what, sorry?
What is it? Pick a number. 9.
It's a race to 9. And there's no start?
No, I don't think so.
And we're playing for how much race to 9?
5,000.
5,000. There you go. Big money match. Excellent. Good luck to both of you. Can we please get Joey T to the commentary booth, please? Scotty, how you doing, mate? Are you here? Or are you there? I'm confused. I promise to stop singing as well, but sometimes I do it involuntary. All right, big match up here, playing for $5,000. And he's had a dry break. Kerry's going for a push out. Kerry's fallen straight into Annie's trap. Never leave Annie a trick shot. Girls have gone all out here and dressed up a bit. It's good to see. I've got a funny feeling Kerry's going out after this. For those of you who don't know, we've got Mardi Gras in Sydney this weekend. And there we go, there's that snooker stroke from Kerry. Struck that ball very well. Being a snooker player, she's looking in the wrong part of the table for the jigger. And also being a snooker player, I'd expect she'd be pretty good with this jigger, even though it's not like a standard snooker jigger. Yeah, so she was trying to just take as much of that 2-ball as she could to get position on the 3 and cheat the pocket. Ooh, I think Annie's looking at the double on the 9 here. She had the added bonus of probably knocking the 2 in as well. Oh, bad luck. Worth going for in that situation. Poor Scotty's got the man flu. But he's here in spirit. It's good to hear. I mean, bad to hear that you got the man flu. I mean, all men know exactly how dangerous that can be. How tough it is to have man flu. I'd like to welcome Gavin into the commentary box with us this evening. Gavin, thoughts?
Hey, Kimmo. Hello. Us, Scotty, Oglesby. I thought you were coming to Oglesby, you burglar. You're supposed to drive the best player in the world down here to City Heroes. I mean, world champion, not best player in the world, world champion. So what are we playing for here? Justin, world champion, 2-shot team.
No, I'm pretty sure Justin is coming in.
He is? Well, Oglesby's supposed to be driving and he's watching. Unless he's watching and driving.
Dude, watch the road.
Okay, what are we playing for here, Kimmo?
Okay, the purse is $5,000. Oh, we've got Cody Richardson. Good to see you back, Cody. Get that queuing arm going, dude. Okay, so the purse is $5,000. I'm not sure if that's 5,000 Western Australian dollars.
Is that far?
I think that works out to like 100 New South Wales dollars, but I'm not sure.
Well, really, all our taxes go to WA, so really they should just be paying for free.
And there we go. Good look at the Kerry snooker stroke. Yeah. Oh.
I can certainly say by far Kerry's the most well-dressed competitor we've ever had. We've got other people lobbing up with no shoes on.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling that that they're going out after. And where are they going? Major sponsor this weekend.
City Heroes.
The Sydney Mardi Gras.
Ah, close.
Yeah, close.
Close.
Yeah, Cody, dude, what's the story? I heard you're living closer to Sydney now, so you should get up here and have a few matches, dude. It'd be good to see you. So Annie's decided to tie Kerry up here. We're still in the first frame. As we all know, the most difficult frames to win in any type of cue sports are the first and the last. So you want to stamp your authority on the match by winning the first. I like to win the first 3, preferably. Yeah, so Kerry's going to struggle a bit with that type of shot today, simply because she's not used to the big balls and the cloth. So she's going to over-swerve stuff.
And the rails. The rails will be different. It's definitely different to snooker rails. I still struggle now. I've been playing for a couple of years on these tables. Still got no idea how to double. But,
have you sought any help for that?
Yes. That punching bag there, I put about $50 in it.
I just keep hearing what a burglar you are. So you keep saying that you suck and then you come and win everything. What's going on?
I've worked out what you have to do is just keep telling them that you're playing, how bad you're playing, and your handicap doesn't go up.
I hear. I've actually got the opposite problem. All right, pretty sure. So Annie's probably going to hit this with a little touch of right-hand side, or I think go the other way.
Pot it. Just pot it. Drop it in. Easy 8, easy 9. Just knock it in. That's just.
Well, I disagree with you there. I think she played the right shot. She just didn't execute it that well. But you're a bit of a snooker player yourself, aren't you? That's your background.
Yeah, I'm learning this now. I'm starting to learn the patterns a bit, but
Yeah, so two cushion position. It lets you hit everything solid.
yeah, well, I just like to make sure that you pot the ball first. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Because you can't always get the plumb position. Not everyone can hit them like Vinny or 4 positions. Take your medicine and play where you plumb the ball.
Yeah, well, we all know what Efren would say in that to that argument.
Who?
Efren.
What would he say?
Well, we all know, so if you don't know, you don't know.
What would he say? Would he say it in English or would he say it in
Well, until you know, you don't know. So I can't tell you. There'll just come a time where you can tell us. Actually, it's time. All right, so first frame to Annie. Oh, that's a nice shot.
I just want to say happy Mardi Gras to my good friend Rambo, staying at my house tonight. He's all dressed up, ready to go. We were wearing the same shirts. Smiling now, but he won't be smiling later.
So, slightly say hello to Mr. Fogarty. Scotty's pretty happy about that. Yeah, I was actually going to bring up a little story from a past. Speaking of cryptic, it's times like these that I'd really wish I'd listened to what my grandmother told me when I was a little boy.
I always listen to my grandma. God rest her soul, love her. Wish she was still here, Granny.
So,
What was that? What was what your grandma told you?
well, I don't know, I didn't listen to her.
You got me a beauty there, all right, fair enough.
And we seem to have some ball lossage early in the match. Would you like to give him a hand there, Rambo?
Pick the table up, Rambo.
Rambo's still trying to wake up. He's got no idea what's going on.
In true Mardi Gras spirit, there's 2 balls missing.
Yeah, so the girls have been striking the ball so well, they're scared. They're hiding. That's bizarre.
Where could they possibly go?
Oh, they'll just be in the rail somewhere, but sometimes it's just hard to pick where. They're usually down near... it's because someone put a cheeseburger under the top left leg, so the table's a little bit off kilter. So they've called it top left leg cheeseburger.
I do like a cheeseburger. This is the top left, our end or their end?
It's the one with the cheeseburger under it. It's pretty obvious. All right, so back to the action. Annie's just looking up on the internet how to brake properly. Not sure how legal that is. Is that legal?
Yeah, it's not, anything goes here.
All right, so obviously Kerry hasn't had a lot of experience braking on these tables, but she's played a hell of a lot of 2-shot, so I'm expecting a bit of an explosive break. She's got good cue power from being a snooker player. Oh, I just hit that solid. Screwed back for the 1. Yep, nice. Spot, something to remember for tomorrow, although everyone's just going to be soft braking all day.
100%. I think next time we run it will be 9 on the spot, but this time we followed the Australian doofuses and it's 1 on the spot.
Yeah, I reckon next time we play 9 ball but use the 8 ball instead of the 9. Sorry, the 10 ball.
What?
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Well, interestingly enough, I mean, I don't know. For me, early in the match, I'd probably like to get my arm out, and I'd just run this rack. It's pretty easy. And he's going for a quick 2-0.
It's a good shot. That's not an easy shot. Look easy, but when there is a distance, it's always hard.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. No, I was just pointing out that it was a pretty easy out, and I would have liked to just, you know.
Me too, because I would have missed that for sure. Would have missed that combo 100%. Good shot.
I've got Alex on, the man who took exception to me putting in references to Douglas Adams on the Pard One front page, but I'd like to say that I did qualify it by putting his name under it and the date he was born and the date he died, and then commenting on the fact that I'd done that. But anyway, thanks for your interest, Alex. Alex?
Hello, Alex. What are you wearing? Yeah, Scotty, you're right, mate. Well, I'm going to go and take some money off Kimmo. Oh, not Kimmo. The other Kimmo. The Estonian Kimmo. Mr. Tight Pants himself, Rambo. Because we paid 50 to Elmer. Good luck.
Thank you for your insightful words, Gavin. Just like to welcome Rocky Hammond from WA into the commentary booth. He's struggling with his coconut water there. Yeah, I saw the photos. You guys look cute together. Come on. Yeah, it's a pretty nice safety shot there from Kerry. She's not overly happy with it. She has left the cross double one into the 9, and I think that's what they're both pretty scared about at the moment. Annie does have to make sure that she hits this one ball, obviously, because it's pretty much a frame straight to Kerry if she misses it and gives a ball in hand. Yeah, I'm fairly certain Kerry's just going to screw off this one onto the 9. Oh no, looks like she's going for it. She's going to go grab the extension. For those of you who are unaware, my extension went missing last week at City Heroes. If anyone would like to hand it in, I actually went halves with Chris King in that extension, so you probably want to hand it back in. He's not happy either. She still struck that really nice, but yeah, I guess leaning over. Fairly certain Annie's going to screw off this onto the 9. Ooh! Just underplayed it a tiny bit. I was right on the angle there, and it just missed it by a hair's whisper. Yeah, I can see Kerry's queuing from behind. She's solid as. Alright, pretty much play a 2 in the top maybe here and knock the 9 in, but I think she's probably just going to cut the 2 onto it. Be crazy not to. And there we have it, 2-1. 5,000 Western Australian dollars on the line today. So extreme pressure. Vinny Calabrese was meant to be the rack boy for this match, but he seems to have disappeared. Also, big thank you to City Heroes. Place is absolutely packed today, so obviously Walters agreed to give up a half-hour voucher for the pard ones, which is very generous of him, considering he could just be making that money. Also to all the staff here, obviously they do a lot for us during the matches, supplying us with power leads and charges and just generally fitting in with us. And they're a nice bunch of people, so anywhere in Australia, if you come to Sydney, you'll be coming here to play pool, mainly because there is only one pool hall in Sydney, but specifically because it's the best. That four pretty much isn't on, but I think Kerry's just going to go and have a look at if she can glance off and pot the 9. Not sure if she's going for the extraction here. Looks like she's going to hit this hard. Oh no. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the 4 doesn't go. Yeah, she's looking at the 9 ball in the left-hand corner, I'd say. Oh, that's close. All right, so race to 5. Annie's pretty much just got to cue this nice. Nothing to do, just slot it in the top left-hand corner. 5 onto the 9. You're watching. I've got Mr. Mavros on having a look. He's probably at work. As he usually is. Crazy man that he is. I think I think the Munchkin will be watching this as well. So, well, I don't need to tell you the score anymore because we've got that massive scoreboard. But Annie Kim is 2, New South Wales 2, Western Australia 1. But I think we're about to go 2-all. There it is. Yes, Annie needs to stay focused, needs to stay happy, needs to stay confident. It's going to annoy her a bit. She had 2 cracks at that frame. I think she took that 4 on a little bit. I wouldn't say hesitantly because she pretty much. That's just my opinion. I'd like to say hello to Si. How you going, mate? It's not the easiest out. Might be worth playing a once again, I think she just hit that a little bit better than she thought she was going to. Yeah, Kerry hasn't had a lot of experience on these tables, so she is going to be overplaying a lot of shots. Experience being the operative word, though. She is a very experienced cueist, so I'm expecting her to adapt pretty quickly. Hello to Saif and Mr. Meggsy. How you doing, boys? Good to see you on and supporting the women's game. Or as we prefer to call them on the Pard ones, we just refer to everyone as Pard ones or humans. Well, I have actually got Mr. Rocky Hammond joining me in the commentary booth. He's just looking at me with this perplexed look as if there's no way I'm getting on that mic, dude. He's just gonna communicate with everyone telepathically. Oh, she could see enough of that to pot it. She's sort of gone for the pot's safety there. Unfortunately for Kerry, though, she's left Annie a possible double. She eats these for breakfast. You can see the way she's lining it up. She's fairly confident with this type of shot. All right, so Annie's missed like 2 doubles this year, and you've seen them both here tonight, so count yourself lucky. Yeah, the rack boy, Vinny Calabrese, I'm pretty sure he's down the Albion with Joey and Gemma, getting ready for this evening. Oh, that's nasty. Mistaken snooker. Andy just lining up where she can hit the rail here to put this 4 in the bottom right hand corner. Good to see. At the Pardwans page, we are exponents of the no safety philosophy. For those of you who don't know, no safety goes against all the natural rules of the universe, and therefore can be quite detrimental to the universe should anyone actually play a safety shot. It's like the butterfly effect. It can actually affect the balance of the whole universe. So Vinny's actually lying by saying he's eating. He's actually drinking alcohol somewhere and putting on his makeup for this evening. Yeah, so I'm just surprised that Kerry's missing a few of these sort of straight balls, even though she's actually striking the ball really nice. Her aim is a little bit off. Yeah, and he just seemed to take her eye off that, just sort of more interested in the positional play of that shot. But, you know, that's a trap that we all fall into. Yeah, it wasn't a huge payoff in potting that in potting that. It was dead straight. Just going to leave herself that ugly cut on the 6. And he might go for the just going for the safety shot. Well, I'm expecting Kerry to drill this in and land on the 6. This would be a bread and butter shot for a snooker player. I don't know what the tables are, the 2-shot tables are like at her club, but I used to play down in Elwood in Victoria, and at those 2-shot tables, you can't actually pot a ball down the rail. All you can ever do, no matter how well you hit it, is block the pocket. She's just having that overplaying problem at the moment, just having to deal with the larger physics of not only the balls but also the cloth and the cushions on these tables, which she really wouldn't be used to. but she's going to have to rely on her dead straight snooker potting. I'm pretty confident she's going to knock this in. They seem to decelerate a bit getting through that ball. As all pool players know, it's a game of confidence, and if you're not feeling it on the table, it can be really, really difficult to just play very standard shots. All of a sudden, the variables just become a little bit too much. I'd like to say hello to Sim. Sorry, Kim. I keep calling her Sim, but that's only because my name's Kim, and I'd like to congratulate her again on the magical win of KFCV on Wednesday. Kim, Kooky and Kim smashed the Phillows. I didn't have a whole lot to do with it. Luckily for me, both Kim and Kooky were overdressed, in my opinion, to play pool, but they seemed to do the trick because the guys we were playing against had no idea what was going on. And oh, that's a great swerve shot once again, though. She's overplayed it. For the Philly boys, unfortunately, that was compounded by the fact that Kim and Kooky played really well too. So a match that we were pretty much expected to lose, we smashed them in the end, which was quite fun. Once again, big sorry to Archie and the boys. I think that was a little bit unfair of us. But anyway, back to the match. All right, so New South Wales have taken the lead once again. They're playing for 5,000 Western Australian dollars. We're still not sure what the exchange rate is here in Sydney, but I think it's like about $100. If anyone would like to confirm that for me. So it's still pretty tight match here. Annie's missing a doubles. Kerry's having to deal with the physics of this table and overplaying things a bit. So I expect them both to be settling down soon. Oh yeah, just interested how Vinny went last night against Ricky on these tables. And just wondering if Huss is coming down or Justin. There's a lot of money on the tables here tonight, just here for the taking. Sorry, that's Rocky. How did Vinny go against Rocky last night? Who's this Ricky dude? Why do people keep asking me about him? Oh, that was close to being a really nice shot. I'm not sure we've got the extra lighting on at the moment, so I'm just going to go make sure that that's on. I put it in a couple of weeks ago. It's just it's better for the viewers at home. Yeah. So Kerry should start potting everything now. She couldn't see before, which was our fault. Yeah, I think we're looking at a bit of a swerve, some swerve action here from Annie. Eats these shots for breakfast. Well, she's obviously already had breakfast. It's a race to 9 for 5,000 Western Australian dollars. Oh, and that's going to hurt. So obviously, don't know whether she's expecting to get around that or get further down the table. But yeah, that's going to hurt. Shots I can see. I'm not sure if she's familiar with the shots you can play on this table. Obviously, for those of you in Western Australia watching, these cushions square up a lot more than a snooker table would, so you can create some pretty weird angles. Yeah, so that's obviously not the way to go. Not entirely sure what she had in mind there. Malcolm Turnbull, the Prime Minister of Australia, has just come into the room. I'll see if I can get him on the mic. He's sort of ignoring me at the moment, but we'll see how we do with that. Obviously, got some questions to ask him myself on the current situation with the country and what he's about to do with weekend rates. I'm assuming the guy's never worked on the weekend. Alright, this is where Annie can shine. She can slot this in the screw for the 6 in the middle, or she can run through and put the 6 down the bottom. So playing 9 ball, for those of you in Western Australia, that pretty much means that you can fluke balls, excuse me. So the trick being sometimes just hit it as hard as you can. The 6 pocket theory, they call it. Not the best position on that ball, but this is just sort of a little bit more than a quarter ball cut. I don't think there's any problem with it off. Well, actually, if she had knocked that in, I think it was in off in the top corner. I did like the way she hit it, though. It's a big eyesight test of this shot. Yeah, good shot. Go New South Wales. Big 4-2 lead. Not sure anyone was expecting this. That is the cruelty of 9 ball, though. Anyone who's played 9 ball has nightmares about potting 8 balls and leaving 9s over pockets. Can really crush your state of mind, that experience in a tournament. But then I guess that's part of the skill set, is being able to deal with that and not relive it constantly. I'd like to say hello to Nancy. I'm not sure if Nancy is mother, sister, auntie, but I'm guessing they're related somehow. For those of you who can't work out what's going on the scoreboard, Annie Kim from New South Wales is in the front, and Justin Sajic has just entered the room. Oh, Auntie. Hello, Auntie Kim. Ironically, my name is also Kim, but that's my first name. So we both got girls' names. Yeah, see, these are shots of just not expecting Kerry to miss. I think maybe for Kerry, she's just looking at these pockets going, how massive is that thing that I'm trying to get this ball into? Being a two-shot player, she's used to probably playing on tight tables. Being a snooker player, she'd be used to playing on tight pockets as well. So I guess she's sort of just taken her eye off a bit, thinking, well, this is in. But you do still need to respect these pockets. Oh, Nancy Kim, watching from America. That's excellent. We welcome all our international viewers. Never been to Delaware myself. Actually, is that East or West Coast? I can't actually remember. Or maybe just tell us what state that's in. Or is that a state? See? I don't know anything. But sounds really nice. Sounds like the name of a state that should be in a movie. Look, that was a very fine cut on the three that she was going for. I'm calling it now. I'm expecting Annie to run this. Right, Annie's set herself up for the double. She's missed two so far, so I'd have to say she's 100% to get this in. And I've just got it wrong again. I don't know what's going on with Annie today. That's three doubles that she's missed in the last 4 years. She just decided to do them all tonight. Yeah, so she's kind of missing that shot a lot in the same way. I'm not sure if she's sighting the ball incorrectly. Or I know the problem I had when I first started playing in these tables was I kept going for the middle of the pocket, which means that you catch the first jaw, and you've just got to learn to actually make your aiming point the outside jaw, depending on what angle you're approaching the pocket. Because if you go for the middle of the pocket, guess what? It doesn't go in the middle of the pocket. It's really weird, and I think maybe that's the issue that Kerry's having. Looks like I just got a thumbs up there from someone. Oh, that's a nasty leave. It's going to be a little bit hard for Annie to get back down on this 7. I think she's still going to go for the pot though and leave herself the double. Oh, she's hit it off the jaw. That's a fantastic shot. Can't do that on a two-shot table. Yeah, so Annie's fallen into the I'm not going to get the jigger out and just stretch and miss this ball trap. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I thought it was East Coast. So, yeah, this being Annie's home room, and she's quite comfortable playing on the camera. I'm not sure how much experience Kerry's had playing on the stream, and obviously she's not She's a long way from home. I've got a funny feeling that's going to go in. Oh, yes, it's got the pace. Oh, my God, how did that stop? All right, well, this shot's actually harder than it looks, ladies and gentlemen. That is right in the pocket, and you can fit 2.5 balls in that pocket. So getting position can be a little bit testing. I just played it nice. Ooh. Yes, it's really hard to guess the pace of how that's going to come off that rail. She actually hit it a lot cleaner than she probably thought. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. Okay. That's the first one that she's actually nailed. She sort of moved that shot over about 13 millimetres. She probably needs to come over another 5 millimetres to start getting those exactly right, but she's obviously improved a bit on that shot. Susan would also like to say hello to you, Nancy. Had the pleasure of meeting Susan yesterday. I'd like to welcome Mr. Chris Smith, who's probably coming down tonight. Are you playing in the 9-ball tomorrow, Chris? I'd like to think that you are. For everyone watching, we've got the Pool New South Wales 9-ball championship on tomorrow here at City Heroes. We won't be streaming all day, but we will be streaming matches here and there, depending on who's playing on the TV table. So just have a look up Pool New South Wales on Facebook. We'll be streaming from that page.
Hello, Nancy. Oh, Nancy! She's my auntie in America. Hello.
That's a great shot from Kerry. What do you think of that shot?
Yeah, Kerry's definitely starting to pick it up, so have to watch out.
She's starting to cue a little bit better, starting to work out the pockets a bit better.
Yeah, she's getting used to the roll on the table as well.
And, sorry to interrupt you there, but I've only seen you miss 3 doubles in my whole life, and they were all today.
No roll today.
So apparently Chris is coming in tonight. That's good. It's a shame that he's not playing tomorrow. We've all been hoping that he goes deep in one of these tournaments. I got a funny feeling that he doesn't want to play tournaments and win them, because then he's got to start playing for money. Kerry's gone for the old self snooker there. Just trying to keep things interesting, challenge yourself. All right, so she's. I mean, that, obviously she missed, but that was a hell of a lot closer than a couple of her previous attempts. So I think she is getting a little bit used to the conditions here. It's good to see. It's adapting quite well. Got a beautiful stroke, Annie. I was speaking to her a little bit earlier. She struggling a little bit with the contact lenses here today. which for those of us who have to deal with dodgy sight but excellent curing, yeah, we all feel her pain. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Kathy thought that was going to run all the way back down. This table, I think, has slowed down a bit. We've had a lot of rain here in Sydney the last couple of days, which does affect conditions. That was an awesome shot. I think she just didn't realise where the 6 was going to end up after it. Playing a safety shot here. That's nice-ish, but yeah, pretty hard to not leave someone on these tables unless you're actually ducking and hiding. It's left Annie pretty good angle to get onto this black as well. Yeah, so Annie just hit that plain balls, giving it a nice angle off the black. Just screw off this and go to the other side of the table. I think Annie's just hit that way better than she thought she was going to as well. Yeah, you can sort of see Annie is struggling a bit with her eyesight. And it really can really hurt your confidence on a pool table when you know that, especially when you're trying to look at an edge of a white and yellow ball. Yeah, so she's just said, no, that's not worth messing up. She's given Kerry a huge shot. She's sort of said, well, if you're good enough, pot it. I think she's hoping Kerry's going to draw this and just leave it in the pocket for her. Yeah, so Annie's gambit's paid off there. She's just, this is a little bit off straight, this, but I think she's going to pump this in the corner. Best way to play it, just pump it in the corner. Well done, Annie. New South Wales moved to 5-3. Say hello to Mr. Kane, Mr. Aaron Kane, who's just logged on. Are you playing tomorrow, Aaron? I know that you've had sponsor commitments overseas for the last couple of months and haven't been playing. But I hear you're back and wondering if you've been practicing and whether or not you're playing tomorrow. I'd just like to welcome Mr. Justin Sajic into the commentary booth. Thoughts, Justin?
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, who we got? Annie, Kim and Kerry. What's the score at the moment?
Okay, we got New South Wales at 5 and Western Australia at 3. We're actually playing for 5,000 Western Australian dollars.
5,000?
Western Australian dollars. We're not exactly sure what the exchange rate is. You've obviously, we're not that familiar with Kerry here in New South Wales, but you've been to the Western Australian Open, and you're from Western Australia, so you would have played at her room. Yeah, any thoughts on a game and how she's going to adapt to these sorts of conditions, this table?
Yeah, first of all, yeah, it's a lovely room down there at MissQs. Predominantly got the 2-shot tables, about 20 or 25 2-shot tables. It's got a lovely snooker table as well. Not sure last time I was there if she had a 9-ball table or not. I'm sure she would have got one in since then. But yeah, it's Kerry's predominantly snooker and 2-shot background, so she's going to have to adapt to the big balls and the big pockets and whatnot. So yeah, interesting to see how she goes.
You've essentially had to do the same thing, both you and Travis. And so the big thing for me when I switched over was not going for the middle of the pocket anymore. Was aiming for the outside jaw, because every time I aim for the middle of the pocket, I hit the inside jaw.
Yeah, definitely. It has its good and bad things about it. It does make you aim differently, and you have to adjust going back to the 2-shot game in particular. But yeah, what I found is all about the angles at this game. You can do nearly anything with the white, but if you running that white ball around too much and not leaving yourself on the right angle, then you get yourself in trouble. So yeah, it does take some time to adjust, but I found it's easier going from 2-shot to American 9-ball. I think the 9-ball players would struggle going to 2-shot, but
Oh yeah, and they never will. If you listen to a 9-ball player, having played both myself, I see that they both have benefits. Once you get to learn what you can do with that small white ball, the game's really interesting. And to me, it really is that great battle of cuemanship and chessmanship, I guess, if you like, with the safety battles.
yeah, that's right. Trying to get that cue ball under control, especially on the 9-ball table with these sharp or slick cloths at the moment and the Cyclops balls, it is very difficult to get used to. But yeah, it's just something you got to get used to, switching over, and yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the greatest exponent, I would say, of all three disciplines, snooker, 2-shot and 9-ball, would have to be Ben Noonan.
Yeah, I totally agree. I haven't watched too much of Ben Noonan on the American or the snooker, but he's definitely a great player.
I've heard he can just rock up to a snooker tournament and knock in a 140 and then win the Australian 9-ball the next week.
Yeah, I've heard that. He does that too. He's a bit of a freak, that guy. One of the most talented players going around, I think.
And we'd like to see more of Ben Noonan. All right, so we're back to a 1-shot lead for New South Wales. I'm assuming Kerry's going out this evening. She's a little bit overdressed for playing pool.
No, she's just loaded up for bodyguard.
We've got Gemma in the commentary box as well. Gemma, you had a match earlier with against Joey T. How'd that go for you?
Absolutely sensational, obviously.
So Gemma's pretty happy with the performance in her earlier match. Do you have any thoughts on this match?
Well, I heard that Annie Kim was going to glam it up as well, but apparently hasn't come through on that promise.
Yeah, there was talk on the chat about wearing bikinis, but I had to talk them out of that, much to the dismay of a lot of the other people.
Interestingly, there was none of that chat with my match. Can you comment on that?
I'd just like to welcome Joey T to the commentary booth.
Thank you, Himo. So Kimo's basically, obviously, he's from New South Wales and, well, he's from Melbourne actually. But funny fact is that he doesn't cheer up for any Melbourne people. He's technically he's been cheering Annie since yesterday. I was playing against Annie and he was going on full on comments. Come on, Annie, let's go, Annie. This is it, Annie. We do well, I'm pretty sure both of the girls are doing great. This is Kerry. She's dressed up gorgeous tonight for this game. Actually, very stunning. What do you think, Justin?
What are we talking about? Fashion?
Fashion. Fashion / pool.
Yeah, she's definitely dressed up for the occasion.
So Annie's going she's got the 3-ball now. She unintentionally snookered herself. It's very hard actually getting on the next ball when you play a combination shot.
Double it.
Yeah, she was.
Got a good cue ball, so
I think she actually looked at that as well. She was probably playing sort of a two-way shot on that one. Oh, what a shot, Kerry. Good shot for Kerry there. That is, that stays on over the pocket. And That's an easy shot, but hopefully she wouldn't. Getting on the floor, what do you think about this one?
I think she has to go rail first here.
She's got to go rail first, for sure.
And she might
If
get
she
a little kick on the fall.
That's going to be hot, yeah. You have only one option in this shot. You have to go rail first. You have to. There's no other way you can get on the floor unless you're pretty close and you just do a little screw back. That's the only other option. Justin, are you playing tonight?
I'll be looking to play over there on table 13. Hopefully jump in there with one of the games against Remo or Gavin.
Remo just missed a... Oh, a little MissQ. Well, that's a little advertisement for MissQs Mandra. MissQs Mandra. Did you get the name from there, Kerry? And he's going for the floor here. That should be okay. A little bit of the left-hand side. Kerry playing to the right, is she? Oh well, you could do it two ways actually. You can go one rail, you can go up and back. I would always go up and back for some reason.
Played a good shot there, just a bit of track side.
Kerry from Western Australia, MissQs, Kerry, and we've got Annie. Annie's nickname is Miss Annie. It's not easy playing that shot. And this is Kimo over here, always supporting New South Wales. I still don't get this guy. He's from Melbourne. He supports New South Wales, and he really wants New South Wales to win. It's pretty harsh, don't you think, Justin?
Yeah.
I think he shouldn't be biased in this game. It's a bit harsh. You're not doing your job correct.
When did you move here?
Well, it's not.
She might have a fine edge here.
Yeah, it is slightly fine. She's looking to cut it in the middle pocket. Beautiful cut.
Played a beautiful shot.
Great shot. Almost. Yeah, she can cut that on the top left. And she's looking gorgeous herself tonight. She got her hair, I think. Great shot. That's a frame.
She extends the lead to 2 frames, so 6 frames to 4 now.
Are they racing to 9 or 7?
I think it's 9. Yeah.
9 races 9. Are they playing one set?
Sure.
We've got to check that out. I think. I'll double check that. Justin and Cameron, right? Yeah, it is actually one set race to 9. Are they putting the 1 on the spot? Oh. Well, this is Scott very excited about this game. Where are you, Scott? You're supposed to be here supporting Annie.
Where's Scott today?
I think I'm not sure, I think he might be still a bit sick or something, or working. Well, we expected to see Scott here tonight on the mics. And he's trying to double that one. joined here by Justin. Justin, you're a two-shot player, aren't you?
Yeah, so I started off playing two-shot in Western Australia, and then moved to Sydney about 3 years ago, and this game's new to me since I've moved there.
You've been doing really well in this game.
Well, I just like playing and competing, and sort of the competitiveness takes over, and I just want to improve and get better. It took me a good year to adapt to this game, but I feel like I've picked it up well now.
Yeah, you were doing pretty good. I was watching last night, and I think it was, no, maybe not last night, the night before or something. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday night we came in.
Yeah, I think you're feeling it. I might have said something that might have pissed off a bit of two-shot players last night, actually. I'm so glad Justin did not hear that, because he's sitting right next to me right now. So,
What did you say?
well, look, that's Scotty. Scotty's, he says that he got worse. Scotty, we feel for you, man. I saw Scotty a couple of days ago, and as soon as I got from Melbourne, and he looked pretty bad. And he's supposed to be on antibiotics. I don't know what happened to that, Scotty. You gotta rest it out, man. You wanna see it down at the tables, sometimes here, hitting the tables, playing some money games. So what we said about, we were talking, we had a little interview after the game yesterday night, and Kimo actually asked me about the game, and I was excited to say that New South Wales is actually killing it with American pool. It's a bit of a harsh landing on the fee. She's probably going to double that. Well, somebody over here is asking, is John Miller asking what's she wearing? Well, the ladies decided to dress up for tonight because, you know, it's American pool, and for American pool, that is a very common thing. If you haven't seen American pool before, women can dress up in American pool. So these are the ladies doing a great job playing such a great game. Very focused and very... That could be a straight shot for the 3 on the middle pocket. The 4 is a bit tight on the 5.
Yeah.
Should be a fine cut.
Looks like a tight angle to the middle. She might opt to play safe here.
Yes. It's a good shot.
Nice shot there.
Soft and nice. And you've got enough to actually cut that 4 up on the top right.
Just go up, cut it in, up the table and back down.
Thank you, Scotty. I was very excited about that game. Thanks, Scott. It was such a good game.
We have Sithu watching there. Hello, Sithu. Canberra player.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, two-shot player. I hope nobody hears what I have to say about two-shot, but it was a great game. It was just so much different, completely different strategy, completely different game. Ooh, what a great putt there from Annie on the 4 ball.
Who's up, Begler?
Justin Sajic, table 13. Come and get a lesson, please. Justin Sajic, 13.
He's pulled me away.
Did you win?
Gavin snuck home over the line like a burglar.
Did you?
So here's Gavin. He came and stole Justin from the commentary today. So that was a bit of an unlucky miss on the 5 ball. Well, we can see that it's going to be a bit hard to cut the 5 in and just get on the 6 easily. So just got to give it a bit of just playing. Kerry's playing a bit of bottom there for that to get on the 6. That is actually perfect. That's a beautiful shot from Kerry. I might try to get one of the boys to join. John Miller, Joy, I want to watch you play with Jennifer Budd. Jenny's in the Amway Cups, but yeah, we'll definitely be playing again, you know, someday soon. I'm getting that you watched the game that we had before, John Miller. That was a bit of an unlucky going off on the 6 because that was actually perfect landing for the 6. And he's got to go for the 7 and the 9. She rolls that in, and she's probably going to take the 9 ball with a little score is 6-4. It's Annie, and she misses that one. It's not an easy shot. That was not an easy shot. Cutting the ball from the top of the table all the way onto the bottom is not an easy shot. Regardless if it's landing perfect or not, it's never easy. Thank you, John Miller. It's good to see that there's a lot of people watching these games, and it's good to see that's the frame. That's the frame. So 6-5 Annie's way. It's good to see everybody joining in. It's good to see everybody's watching these games. It's good support for American pool in Australia, especially that we don't have much of American pool here. As we all know, we've got Kerry. Kerry's she's from Western Australia. She's a snooker player. She plays two shots. She plays snooker. Now she's playing. Well, she's always been playing American pool, and we see her tonight glamoring up. And I am joined again by Kimo over here. Kimo, he's trying to steal the microphone away from me. He does not know that I spent 10 years of my life on the microphone.
No, that seems obvious. I just assumed that naturally.
Good.
And concealed the fact.
It is actually natural, but it does take a lot of, no, I'm just kidding. It's awesome, actually. To actually see so many people watching these games is really good.
Yeah, I think John Miller was on before, and I think he made the statement that he'd never actually seen a female break and pot out at 10 ball. He was amazed. Whereabouts do you live, John? We see it all the time in Sydney, but we prefer to refer to them as humans.
Do I know Johnny personally? Yeah, I would, yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Probably, I don't know. I have no idea. John Miller has no photo, so
He's about to tell us.
he's about to tell us. John, do I know you? Well, have we met before in American pool, or whether it was a game that we played together? A bit of a harsh landing on the 3 there. She's probably going to try to double that. Well, Kimo, I would have personally doubled that in the middle pocket. What would you have done here?
Yeah, pretty much double everything. I can't see the edge of the ball anymore, so...
She's actually doubling it on the top corner, so she's not really doubling it in the middle. Oh, MissQ. MissQ again.
I think she's pretty much just trying to promote her business in Western Australia, which is called MissQs. So she has to do more than one to get that point across. So I think she's come up with 3 now so far.
This one is a pretty tricky one. I'm not sure if it's landed straight or not. I think there's a bit of angle there. 5 is not an easy landing. We've got to go a bit of top right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go check it out.
Having said that, on these tables, everything's on. I know. Yeah, so we've got an update. That 5 isn't on, but I guess you got ball in hand, it's on. No, Johnny, what we're asking is what part of Australia? We understand you're from Australia, but you're obviously not from Sydney. Yeah, well, that's pretty much a big part of why we're doing this, Johnny, is to increase the viewership of not only female pool, but also allow the females to have a crack, because we're all pretty much of the same opinion that it shouldn't really matter what gender you are, female, male, transgender. It shouldn't really make a difference on a pool table as far as the skill.
Officially, Kimo is taking the microphone away from me. Well, we look like we're both very mic addicted people. Oh, is my voice low? Are you sure? Well, we gotta ask them. John, since you're the one interacting with us tonight, is my voice very low? Well, can we pull this off? Oh, what a great cut! That was a beautiful cut. Straight on the 7. Rocky's here. Rocky will be playing tonight, wouldn't he? Rocky's playing Danny tonight. Rocky's from Western Australia. Danny's from New South Wales. They're playing tonight after this game. So this is going to be one long night. And we've got on the other table Gavin and Justin as well. Pool, as I was saying before, you know, Kimo, pool in New South Wales, American pool in New South Wales is, ooh, and he's just missed that one. That's going to be a bit harsh because this is going to be the equalizer. Beautiful. We'll raise it up a bit. So we've got Kerry now going on the 9-ball. That should be an easy pop for Kerry. Great cut. Beautiful. So that's 6-6. We're racing to 9. Scotch doubles. Somebody's asking if there's any chance for Scotch doubles. Should come down to. Is he in? Are you in Sydney, John Miller?
It's from Whoop Whoop.
From Whoop Whoop. It's where. It's where. Hold on.
Sydney.
Oh, is it? Isn't it in Melbourne? I think in Victoria. Sorry, Whoop Whoop would be in where.
Well, that's an actual place, is it?
I think. Yeah, it is Whoop Whoop, isn't it? Well, I'm not quite sure, but I think there's one of the great pool players over there. His name is Cody Richardson. I think he's from Whoop Whoop. I think so. He's from Victoria. Whoop whoop. If Cody's online, give us a buzz. Cody, message us. Let's know you're there. That is such a good break. Beautiful break. You got two balls.
Well, more importantly, the wing ball, and she's got the one ball in the middle.
And the 2 is on, so Annie should be right. She pots these shots well. Jonathan, hello Jonathan. Welcome to this lovely night. These guys could join. Jonathan, we haven't seen you in ages. I saw your comment yesterday. That was great. I haven't seen you play in ages as well. So we're hoping we get a good game with you sometime soon. We played teams. I remember we played in Huntsbury. It was 5-man team. I think I played it against Jonathan. It was like 4 years ago. Annie and I versus Scott is up for the Scotch doubles. Well, you know what? I might get Vinny to play. Like, we might need to give you a start, guys.
John, are you playing the 9-ball tomorrow?
Chris Smith, we haven't. Well, Chris, isn't it? Chris Smith is Chris King, so we haven't seen you. Should I? Yeah, maybe I should. All right. So Chris Smith. Can you just join us tonight? We haven't seen you here tonight.
Bye, everyone.
See you, mate.
Gemma's leaving.
Like to say goodbye.
Goodbye, viewers.
Good to see you, Gemma.
All 12 of you. Is there that many?
We're actually 20, Gemma.
20.
And we're going just up.
Is it the boobs?
No, it's not, Gemma. It's the pool. But, you know, Gemma's tired for tonight. She's going to rest for tomorrow. She's going to be, a bit of an unlucky landing behind the 8 for Kerry.
We're going to see a jump shot from Kerry.
See you tomorrow.
See you, mate.
Good night. She's going to see this one. No, I don't think Kerry would go for a jump shot. She doesn't really...
Look at the masse.
Yeah. No, it's a bit... It's a bit hard to mess on this one. I don't know about you, Kimo, but I'd like to... She's going to go for the jump here. She's going for the jump.
Oh, this is good. That's
Yep.
what we want to see. This is probably Kerry's first jump shot ever.
No, actually, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, Kerry does some
You
good
can't
jumps.
play jump shots in snooker.
Well, yeah, but she's pretty creative and she's pretty good when it comes down to handling. We're all looking forward to this. It's not an easy jump. It's pretty close as well, yeah. It's not an easy jump at all.
It's a tough shot all
Yeah,
around.
yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're not used to playing them. Even if she's, had a bit of tuition, a bit of practice since she's been here, it's something that, you develop over the course of 6 months.
And when the jump shot is that close, it's one of the hardest jump shots.
Especially when it's a long jump shot that you've got to get height quickly. So even a qualified exponent of the jump cue, such as Greg Jenkins or David Roderick would still struggle with that shot. Or Joey T.
Well, I'm not going to say much about that one. I actually tried to.
You like
I
jumping?
I love jumping, but I did that one jump shot, and that actually was a wrong stand, wrong everything. It was such a bad jump shot, but I was actually fine because I try not to do many jumps, especially
Well, you
if
don't
you
need
have
to jump because you don't sneak yourself.
Yeah, but well, usually if you're gonna jump, you don't snooker yourself. Somebody else has to snooker you. It's the other way around. If you wouldn't want to snooker yourself anyways.
No, but I mean, just in that case, Kerry did actually sneak herself.
Yes,
I'm saying that probably happens to you a lot less. Because you're hitting everything at like 1,000,000 miles an hour and drilling them in the corners.
Yeah, well.
And going off 2 rails and getting perfect positions, so it's not really much of an
Yeah,
issue.
you know what? I think jump shots is basically just for it's against opponents. It's rather than against yourself. You're not really meant to snooker yourself. If you do happen to snooker yourself, personally, I wouldn't attempt a jump shot unless it's perfect snooker. If I have a little bit of sight, I can see the ball just a little bit. I go for miss for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I got to say. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm the exponent of no safety. So I like to go
That
for my
was a
shots.
great shot, Kimo. Did you see that one? That was a good shot.
I prefer to pop balls, so obviously in that situation I've had to learn how to masse quite a lot. And 9 times out of 10 the masse is actually the high percentage shot than the jump shot.
It's pretty good to see somebody very honest about his game. Well, this is Kerry finishing this one up, so that's 7-6 for Kerry.
So that's the first time Western Australia's been in the lead.
I think we should change that magic rack sometime soon because I've been struggling with that actually. Yesterday, I think there was like, I don't know how many times I tried to rack the balls.
This is a new
properly.
one.
It doesn't look like it's a new one. It's really bent. So
New one as of yesterday because I brought this one from home. Mine got stolen yesterday. Oh, I'd like to welcome Long. How you doing, buddy? I noticed that you entered the 9-ball on Sunday. Well done, mate. It's good to see.
And there's also Jonathan. Jonathan, we can't wait to see you again. It's been such a long time, probably like 4 years I haven't seen you play, Jonathan. It's gonna be good. Are you coming down tomorrow for the 9-ball, Jonathan?
No, he's scared, Joey. He won't be playing in the 9-ball tomorrow, but there's nothing stopping coming down tonight for a hit.
Yeah. I don't know what you got to say about that, Jonathan. You have to say something about that. Well, this is Kerry racking the next frame. That's 7-6 for Kerry MissQs.
Are you coming down from the 9-ball and tomorrow? I didn't have a look to see if you're playing.
And that's yeah. We did the draw come out? Oh.
No, the draw's not out till tonight, but I just didn't see if her name was in.
Actually, I think the ladies' draw's out. I happen to see, and Kathy Parashas will be joining us tomorrow, which is pretty exciting.
That is exciting.
Personally, she's the only person that I knew when I moved to Australia, and for me, she was like an idol snooker player. And that was like a while ago, and then I started snooker when I first moved here.
I bet Kathy was.
And for real, my first snooker game was with Kathy Parashas in Central Coast, and I was shocked because she was my the first game I had, and I mean, it's Kathy.
I know, exactly. That's what I was like. I can't believe I bet Kathy.
It was very, very, very harsh game, but I remember that day Kathy walks out. I used to smoke back then still. And I was having a cigarette.
Filthy habit.
Yeah, filthy habit that Kima does every 5 minutes. No. Oh, what a nice cut, but a bit harsh on the landing for the 2. She was probably going to cut that. Double that on the bottom pocket, most probably. That would be a good double. Yep. Oh, yep. Probably going for a safety shot. It wasn't strong enough for a double, so that might have been a safety goal.
Yeah, I think we were saying earlier, just the physics of these balls were a little bit different for Kerry to adapt to. Like she has adapted very well, just in this match.
Oh yeah, Kerry plays a lot of American pool as well. I mean, whenever she gets the chance, she's playing their snooker. When she does get the chance, she kills it sometimes on the table. And you can see from her position, the way she stands on the table, it's just. She's got the experience. She's got the position. She's a snooker player. You can't say much when you say snooker player.
Yeah, I think she really got comfortable on that shot. We did see her get up, which is something that everyone should take note of. If you're not feeling that comfortable on the shot, make sure you get up and get down again. Don't just change your mind while you're down and then try and hit it, because that never works.
I learned that the hard way. That does not work.
That's a great shot at the top.
Got a lot of boys joining here tonight. We've got Danny Stone and Rocky right next to us there. Danny and Rocky are coming up next, Kim, alright?
That's correct. I'd appreciate if Rocky would stop pretending that his name is Ricky, because it's confusing the hell out of me. And it's upsetting both of us.
3-point rule. Yeah, well, 3-point rule for the break is not really... I mean, are they playing 9-ball or 10-ball to begin with? Danny and Rocky? They might be playing...
I think they've agreed on 9-ball. I don't think Rocky wanted to play 10-ball. Obviously, that would favour Danny a little bit too much.
I don't think we are playing any 3-point rule tonight, but we might suggest that to the boys. We'll ask them, actually. Looks like the boys are looking to play a 3-point rule. Well, Rocky was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but Rocky's a two-shot player, actually. He's one of the best in Australia. He is one of the best in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good to see American pool attracting so many people, and the fact that you guys make it happen.
And everyone
we actually want them to. It's beautiful to see so many good players. I mean, Justin, you're talking about Justin, you're talking about Rocky, you're talking about the best players in the country.
Stay out of my game.
Nah. I don't agree with Kimo on this one. I think we need to see more people playing American pool. American pool has become so minimal in Australia. I think New South Wales are doing such a great job by keeping it up and going. I mean, I'm one of the people who travels interstate every time they have tournaments going on, American pool, and it's great because you don't see that much in Australia anymore. There's a bit of American pool happening in, of course, Queensland. We've got Queensland and we've got Sydney, but when it comes down to, well, we can't say.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. All right, let's not go there.
Let's just say that it's going well.
But you know what? I'm moving to. That's gonna. All right. So Kimo's supporting Annie just because she's from New South Wales. I still don't understand. Annie and I were playing yesterday against each other, and Kimo was supporting Annie all the way, and I kind of don't understand. I'm living in Melbourne now, but well, you know what? He can choose whoever he wants to support. But
come on, New South Wales.
The fact that you know I'm moving to Western Australia, by the way, very very soon. Yeah, I'm going to be teaming up with Kerry for something up there in Western Australia, and
so the trick is just to spend a couple of years in each state.
Yes, actually, yes,
nice.
It's actually perfect. I'm getting my bike there over there as well. So just if people.
Are you getting a bike license?
Yes, finally.
You're not talking about a push bike, are you?
No, I'm not talking about push bike. I'm talking about sports bikes.
What do you think you're getting?
Well,
I think on Lambs you still get a 600, can't you?
I'm gonna get an R6. That's because it's light for me to
R6?
Yes.
They let L players have R6.
No, I gotta go for an R3, unfortunately. R3 is a pretty good bike.
So just put the R3 stickers on the R6. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just gonna go for an R3.
That's what I used to do when I was a kid. We could only get 250s, so we used to get 500s and change the emblems over.
Alright,
the cops had no idea.
Alright, that's pretty harsh. I think bikes are awesome, especially here in Australia because you've got so many rules. Nobody can drive you over.
Bikes are awesome.
They are, yeah.
And also, no traffic issues have ever been caused by a motorcycle. They usually involve big half-ton boxes with 4 wheels on them.
See? Exactly right.
The more people on bikes, the better the traffic is, the more happier everyone is.
Yeah, bicycles, that's what he's talking about. I was just kidding. Alright, so we've got Kerry over here thinking of the 1 because even if she puts, well, it's easy for her to, I think, not easy, but it's going to be very hard for her to land on the 2. I think that's what Kerry is worried about now because she has no other option on the 2. She's snooker playing.
Worth going for the combo because as you say, there wasn't much happening with the 2.
Yeah, true. Annie obviously here, she wants to go for the 1 and try to land on the 2. Probably she's good shot from Annie there. She was playing the safety shot. That was actually a good shot. So we've got Rocky over here. Rocky's discussing the rules of the games of 9 ball, since Rocky is a 2-shot player. He's a champion. He's not very excited about American pool, but well, it's great to see so many players trying this new game. I mean, for some people, this is an absolutely new game. For American pool players, all of us just love American pool, whether it was 9 ball, 8 ball, 10 ball, 7 footers, 8 footers, 9 footers. We're all happy with that. But when you're coming from a game like 2-shot game or snooker for that matter, to actually American pool, there's a big difference. There's a big difference between the strategies. There's a big difference in the game. There's a massive difference. Kerry tries to go for a safety shot on this one. And it's WA. Annie, yes, Jonathan is asking who Annie is playing. Well, I'll introduce Kerry again. Kerry is from WA, Western Australia. She lives in Mandurah. She owns MissQs Pool Room. She's got snooker. She's a snooker player. Kerry is a snooker player. She she always plays American pool with us whenever she gets the chance to, if she's not playing her snooker tournaments. But it's good to see Kerry around. Yes, definitely, John. It's as we said, two-shot game is a completely different game than American pool. It's just absolutely different. Whether it was strategy, whether it was the cloth, whether it was the game, it's completely different. It's great to see so many players joining. I mean, tomorrow we have women joining from all over. We've got Kathy Parashas again tomorrow. Kathy's going to be playing with us tomorrow, which is very exciting. She's a great snooker player. We all know Kathy, and it's good to see her back. Well, I'm saying back, although I haven't seen Kathy play American pool in ages, but I think it's so good to see all the women joining in for American pool. That's really good for pool in general, and that's really good for us women in particular. Kerry's trying to go behind the 7. We can't really see the angle from here, but I think she's trying to go behind the 7. Yeah, it's very, very tight. It's very, very tight. It's very hard to go behind that 7, although I couldn't see the angle perfect, but it's not an easy shot. And he's got ball in hand now. Just reminding everyone it's 7-7, and their ladies are racing to 9. So it's good to see also players joining us from everywhere. Annette, are you joining us tomorrow, Annette? So we've got so many pool games here. It's actually very... It's amazing. It's amazing, the pool. You can just spend a whole weekend just playing pool, which is just absolutely remarkable. A long 2-shot from the top of the table for the 2-ball. Might have landed a bit too tight on the 3 there. It looks like it's on because Annie feels comfortable playing that. Annette is playing snooker. We would love to see you again, Annette. We are going to be playing a lot of tournaments this year, hopefully in Sydney. it's kind of going crazy a pool here. Everybody's down here just having a hit. Danny's having a game with one of the boys at the end. We've got Justin and Gavin having a game right next to the ladies. Now this is a bit tricky. I'm not sure what she was trying to double the 4. It's a bit too tight. It looks like it's rolling in and off. Nope, it just lands on the pocket. Annette, good luck with all your snooker. We would love to see you in American Pool again. All the ladies have been joining, and yes, it is. Don't stay away too long. We would love to play with you. We'd love to see you around. And well, I'm actually talking as if I'm from Sydney, but I'm not really from Sydney. But you know what? To be very honest, this is becoming sort of a capital for pool. And the boys are doing such a great job. You know, we've got live streaming going on. We've got a lot of things going on here in Sydney. It's crazy. Over here, Annie looks like she's going to try to go for the combination. She might go for the 9. Not quite sure. It doesn't... That is a perfect shot for Annie. Great shot, Annie.
Come on, New South Wales.
And Kim over here farming. That was a great shot from Annie. That was a nice combination on the 9. Annette, thank you very much for the good luck. Thank you, John. It's really fun being on the mic, actually. I haven't been on a mic for ages. Used to be my job once a long time ago. Yeah, that was a great shot. Yes, Scott, that's exciting. We're actually missing Scott down here. I mean, I would have expected him to be sitting right next to us with his pale face and his medication, but he's obviously not feeling very well. We hope you feel better, Scott, and join us sometime soon. Hope to see you before we leave. Before I leave. We've got the score is 8-7 Annie's way, and we got Kerry breaking this one. I'm not quite sure if they're playing 1 on the spot. It looks like they are. I'm not 100% certain, but it looks like they're playing 1 on the spot. John Miller, yep. Thank you very much, John. Yeah, I used to be MC, actually. I used to MC for a lot of different events, a lot of different, sort of thing. But tonight we've got the pool going on, and I just saw the mic there, and I had thought I need to jump on that one. And Kerry's got that was a good break for Kerry. She's spotted the 1 and the 2. She's on the 3 now. She's looking for a combination 3 and 6. That was a miss, and she's looking like she's leaving it on for the 3. Annie's gonna go in on the 3. Got to try to go back down to the 4 from that one. That is a great shot. I think she needs to get past that 7 and 9. Beautiful. Annie's on the 4 now with... She's got an angle there with a bit of bottom right. She'll be fine. And that's a miss for Annie, but I think that's going to be a complete safe shot. Yep, that's a safe shot from Annie. She apologized to Kerry. That's always good sportsmanship is important in this game, isn't it? Chris Calabrese, where are you? We haven't seen you. I have been here for 2 nights in a row, and you have not been here. I know you're behind the scenes, the man working behind the scenes. Yeah, and Vinny's here now. He's jealous that Joey's on the mic. He wants to talk about himself a bit. But he's not gonna. I'm not getting off here. Good hit from Kerry there. It was a good hit from Kerry. Annie's again on the 4 now. If she hits that with just a stop shot, a little stop shot would be alright. Be on the 5. Beautiful. No stop shot, and the cue ball rolls off a bit. Chris, we want to see you here. The man behind the scenes. We're waiting for you. Everybody's excited to see Chris. Well, personally, I am. I haven't seen Chris in a while. It's good to see. There we go. That was a great shot from Annie. Great pot, and opens up the 6 perfectly fine. I'm not sure if the 7 is on. The way Annie's looking at it, it looks like it is on. So she's going to go for the 6 and just to land right behind the 7. A little bit of right-hand side. Lands on the 7. She's probably going to go for the 7 in the bottom pocket. Oh, she might go for the middle. Well, it's good to see somebody thinking that, well, let's say family duties come first. It's great, Chris. It's so good to be here. Thank you very much. It's awesome. We're loving it. But we still want to see you, Chris. I know that work and family comes first, but we've got Sunday tomorrow. Are you playing tomorrow, Chris? You should be playing tomorrow. You will be, of course. I'm pretty sure you would be. Misses on the 7, but I think it's still pretty safe. Kerry's obviously going to double that. Most probably he's going to double that. And he's on the hill. Scott is very excited. Bring it home, he says. Still got a long way. Would have done in this case, yeah, would have doubled that. I guess that's the difference between American pool and anything else. I mean, if as a snooker player, maybe you might actually go for the cut instead of the double if you go for any of that.
Well, no, I guess for me the distinction is just whatever the easier position is. If I need to hold the white, it's a double, and if you need to move the white, it's a...
It was a really hard cut. Like I love cutting balls, and I don't think that was such a hard cut. You had so much angle. It's a very hard cut, especially on American table. Those sort of cuts you can do on a snooker table for sure. On a snooker table, you can cut a ball when you have that much angle. You can actually cut a ball in. It's amazing, but it doesn't happen on a snooker table, whether with the cloth or the way the table is. But it's just the cloth, I guess, helps a lot with the cutting. Such a ball could be cut on a snooker table. On a pool table, I don't know if, especially Chris, did you agree with me on that? If you have such a big angle, such a wide angle on a American table, it's very hard to cut that in. Very hard.
Well, I think just the physics of being able to move something so heavy, that distance, if you're only hitting a piece of it, you've got to hit it that hard.
It's amazing when you're on a snooker table. I haven't played much of snooker myself, but I mean, I have played a bit of snooker, and I think I love cutting balls on an American table. I think everybody who knows how I play know that I love cutting balls, and I've found that you can cut balls ridiculously easy on a snooker table. Not easy, but if you have a lot of angle, it still cuts through. On an American table, there's no way you can cut it through when you have that much angle. It's very hard to cut it through. Very hard. And and misses the 9. Kerry misses that 9. That is tomorrow. Chris is going to be here. Great breeze. We're going to be seeing you here tomorrow. This is not easy. The white ball is landed just right on the rail. It's not. Yeah, it's not the hardest, but because Kimo's supporting Annie. But no, I'm just kidding. It is a very hard shot. It's not easy. Although it's a straight ball, it's just not easy when you have a landing like that.
Because there's rubber in that pocket, so you have to get your hand in there as well. So your cue's so elevated at that point that
it's always
really
better for it.
the ball.
When it lands like that inside the jaw, it's easier than landing on the rail itself as well. So Kerry misses that one. Yeah, I think that one is gonna. Well, I'm not gonna say much right now, but we've got Annie on the 9 for.
100% is going in.
Well, let's have a look. She's going for the left side. Okay.
All right, well done, Annie. Would you like to do a post-match interview with the girls?
Yes, definitely. Congratulations, Annie. That was a beautiful game. Cue ball on the rail. Yes. All right. Well done, Kezi. That was a good game. Well, it's we've got an 8 and a 7. I'm going to try to get a couple of the girls. Well, the girls actually. We've got a girl doing the interviews for the girls. Well, wait, Kimo, can you hold my bag, please? I've got to take that off for the cams, you know. All right, so we've got over here. Yeah, step in the light, please. I'm still learning. Thank you, Kimo. All right, so we've got the girls here. They've made, I mean, it's a 9-7 game, obviously. It's like a long game. How do you feel about the game? Annie, tell me, how do you feel?
I thought it was really good. Kerry and I think it took a while for both of us to kind of get used to the clock and the table, but I think it was good. It was neck and neck for most of it, so I really enjoyed it.
Did you have a good time?
Always.
Kerry, what do you think about this game?
I definitely had a good time, but wasn't nailing the pots when I needed to today. Annie did, so she played better. She deserved it. I had so many more chances than she did, and she still came back, so well done.
First of all, both of the ladies are glammed up tonight for this game, and that's American pool, by the way. We have made it very clear because somebody was asking why are they dressed up for this game, and I said, you know, this is American pool. American pool, we all know international girls, whether it was playing wherever you're playing, you could just dress up. This is the game, right? So how does it feel to be here in Sydney playing this game, and how does it feel to play? You were playing cash game, right? Money game. How much was that? $5,000. $5,000 for the ladies now. I'm just kidding, people. It would have been. Yeah. She decided. So tell us, how does it feel to be here in Sydney and play this money game?
Yeah, really good. Like, I've never played for money before, so it's a good new experience for me. And I don't get on the tables very often, but still, I should be able to pop these balls. So that's a bit frustrating. But heaps of fun, really nerve-wracking, and wearing glam gear to play is a new experience for us both, I think. So
that's great. And I also noticed your tip. You have a different sort of. You're using a different sort of cue, or.
I think it's a Kamui tip, but it's a one-piece snooker cue, just with a rather 11 mil.
You got it, people. It's a one snooker. Well, we were talking about your snooker as well, so it's very exciting to see people. Well, you and me, we're interstate. We're coming here. Annie is local, obviously. Kimo's been cheering you up all day. He's like, yesterday and today. What do you have to say to him?
Thanks to Kimo. He's always there commentating and setting this up, so without him, this wouldn't be happening.
Scotty was there online as well.
He's always there, so thank you, Scotty.
Well, it's great to see so many people come down. I'm so happy that Kerry's here as well from Western Australia, and we've got Annie from New South Wales. It's awesome to see so many girls enjoying the game.
I'd just like to say the initiative of the guys that have put this together, the Sydney Cash Match page or Facebook group, I think it's wonderful. Like, we've had a little bit of this in Western Australia, but this is very exciting over here. It's going to take off, and congratulations to them. It's a lot of effort. They don't get anything back for it. It's an awful lot of time, and I'm grateful. I think it's great for the sport.
Anything else you want to say to the guys watching you from home?
Thanks if anybody watched. Hope you enjoyed it.
Exactly the same. Hope you enjoyed the match, and tune in for next time.
It was such a good game to both of the ladies. Thank you very much, and we'll continue with our next game. Thank you. Thank you, Kimo, for holding the cable for us. We've got another game coming up soon, and that's going to be a pretty exciting game as well. Actually, you've got to stay tuned for this one. It's going to be Danny. We've got Danny playing against Rocky from Western Australia, and we've got Danny from New South Wales. They're going to be playing next together. And 15 minutes. Hello, Sean. We haven't seen you here tonight. We've got another 15 minutes to go. So 15 minutes, people. We will see you later on the Masters page. It's going to be... All right, so this one's going to be... The next one is going to be on a different page. So the next one's going to be... Cash pool. So join us on the other page. And I'll be commentating, hopefully, if Kimo doesn't shut me off. And have a good night, people. We'll see you on the next one.